everybody, Danny Greco here, and I've got May 2022 statistics to go into. This is for the Greater Seattle housing market, so a few things to look at. So let's jump right into it. And starting with the city of Seattle, it's interesting to see that there's still about 9% year over year less homes on the market. Now that's going to be an important trend I want you to focus on because I'm going to come back to that in a minute here. But still, the median sale price in May ended above $1 million for Seattle, $1,025,500. That is pretty much flat month over month, but that's still a 11.5% year over year increase. Inventory, again, about flat month over month too, but we know year over year it's down about 9%. Now, looking outside of Seattle is where things get really interesting. So looking on the east side, we see that month over month, the value actually declined a little bit. In May, the east side median home price sold for 1.59. That's down from 1.722 in April. However, that's still a 22.4% increase year over year. And inventory went up a little bit month over month on the east side. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. Year over year, catch this. Inventory is up 211%. Yeah, that's right, up 211% on the east side from May 2021 to 2022. Now, that's a huge number, but when we're talking about there only being 239 homes for sale in May of 2021, a 200% increase is certainly a great jump, but still only 745 homes available is not a ton. And that's why the month of inventory is still just about a month for the east side. Now that's a lot better than what we've seen where it was a quarter of a month or even less earlier in the year, but still not at a balanced market despite a huge jump, but it's in the direction that we want to see it for buyers anyway. And then King County, pretty much the same story too. May 2022 ended with a median home price just under $1 million, $998,888 is the median there. That's pretty much flat month over month, but again, another good jump there, up 14.8% year over year. Inventory up a little bit too, up to about 4/5 of a month of inventory in all of King County, but they year over year saw another 72% increase. So it's really interesting that we're seeing King County in general and the east side more microscopically, these massive year over year increases in the available inventory, yet from a months of inventory perspective, it's still very seller friendly, so yeah, it's great to see 270% year over year increases in homes for sale, yet when the months of inventory is still 1 month or 4/5 of a month, that's still indicative of a very strong seller's market because buyers are still absorbing and buying those homes quickly, so they're not staying on the market too long. However, it is pretty evident that we have kind of hit that ceiling in terms of this seemingly endless upward trajectory we were on over the last 6 months, 18 months maybe, where it just seemed like every day was a new record. So it does seem like we are definitely cooling off, which is not abnormal. That's normal for this time of year. Again, remember, we have our seasonal ebbs and flows, and this is the time of year when we start to see things cooling off. Does that mean things are going to plateau and potentially come down and correct? It could, but maybe not. And it's just that we haven't had a normal market since 2019. So the fact that we're finally feeling things slow down outside of a lockdown or anything like that would force it to slow down just feels very abrupt because we haven't had that in a while. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens next month. The other thing that I track, the absorption rate, that was at its lowest rate since October of last year. So again, very still seller friendly figure there. It's still a very seller friendly market. It's just not what it was 60 plus days ago. And I suspect these numbers are going to continue to come down as we get into the more dog days of summer, the more balanced time of the year. So that doesn't mean it's a bad time to sell your home. It's just not the absolute best time in all of his history, which we've pretty much seen the last year or two. So anyway, as always, thanks for watching, and let me know if there's anything you want to see me talk about next.